Up next on CNN.
Closed captioning brought to you by Mesobook.com.
Mesothelioma is all we do. For over 10 years, we have offered a free book on mesothelioma. Call 1-800-500-1931.
So after more than a year cooped up during the pandemic, it's clear that some people are either a little too excited to get back into the crowd, or they're really not into this at all. Let's go to this NBA game last night. A fan ran onto the court in the middle of play and pretended to dunk a basketball.
Why? Why?
He hasn't been on a basketball court in a while, I guess. I don't know. Guy was tackled, banned from the arena.
Okay, in Boston, Kyrie Irving had a water bottle thrown at him by a fan. That guy was arrested and charged with assault and battery. A Knicks fan who spit at Trae Young has been banned from Madison Square Garden. And just a few days ago, a different fan dumped popcorn on Russell Westbrook's head as he left the arena with an injury. That fan had his season tickets revoked.
And people knew that kind of activity was wrong before the pandemic. Let's just highlight that.
So I don't understand. People have forgotten their human skills while they've been inside.
They've just not been
14 months?
required to use them. It's like wearing jeans again when you were wearing sweatpants for 15 months.
It just expired. In other words, our humanity has expired.
It takes a little work to get back into it. And it's not just sporting events. We have video now from that Southwest flight where a passenger punched a flight attendant in the face and knocked out 2 teeth.
Oh.
One of a few dozen incidents of people physically assaulting flight crews in recent months.
It has gotten so bad that Southwest and American Airlines have now extended a ban on selling alcohol to try to cut back on unruly passengers. That's a start. I would say that will help.
I don't know.
You're not a fan.
Not.
You don't like that policy.
I do like a gin and tonic on my flight. The Lead with Jake Tapper starts right now.
They're even opening some of those Vegas buffet lines. Talk about a gamble. The Lead starts right now. Hit the lights. Las Vegas leading the way as a new month begins and more cities fully break out of their COVID hibernation. As one expert warns, it would be a, quote, monumental error to act as though the pandemic is over. Any moment, President Biden will speak to mark one of the worst acts of racist terrorism in American history, a century since a white mob destroyed Black Wall Street and killed hundreds. Biden will commemorate this as he discusses plans to close the racial wealth gap in this country. We'll bring that to you live. Plus, an activist in Belarus stabs himself in the throat in a courtroom instead of giving false testimony. The latest horror spotlighting the brutal dictatorship there. Welcome to the Lead. I'm Jake Tapper, and we begin today with our health lead and a return to normalcy for millions of Americans. New COVID cases, deaths, hospitalizations, all at their lowest points since about last year. For the first time since March 2020, 14 months ago, the 7-day average is below 20,000 cases. Just a month ago, cases were around 50,000. Now, this rapid drop is in large part due to vaccinations. Half of the total U.S. population has received at least one dose. More than 40% are fully vaccinated. But a new study reported in the Journal of the American Medical Association finds that vaccinations alone will not stop this pandemic, even though they do reduce sickness and deaths considerably. Masks and physical distancing, experts maintain, are still needed to get transmission rates down because so many millions of Americans continue to refuse to get the vaccine. So, as CNN's Alexander Field reports for us now, one expert says it would be a, quote, monumental error to think the pandemic's over.